London, the city of dreams, known for the House of the King, Big Ben, the London Eye, and lots of other expensive things to see and do. But did you know most people live their lives completely devoid of any sort of creativity, trapped in a vicious cycle of computers, financial information, and numbers nobody knows the meaning of? Which got us thinking, instead of them going to find the art, why not bring the art to them and create one giant art piece made by Londoners for Londoners?
So how exactly are we going to do this? In 3 steps. Step number 1, get a giant canvas. Step number 2, bring the canvas to the people. And step number 3, challenge them to create a piece of art. After locating the giant canvas, we squeezed it into the car. It was a bit of a tight fit, but we got there in the end. Now we've got the canvas loaded up, it's time to hit the streets of London. So we're basically touched down in Hyde Park, set up somewhere a bit of shade, and yeah, hopefully get some people take part in this art piece. Really looking forward to it. This canvas is absolutely massive. By the end of it, you're gonna see this transformed, completely transformed, something magical, beautiful, and made by Londoners, most importantly. So let's get to it. Just prepping the first bit. Hopefully this A-board will be enough to bring people in. Oh, it's not looking good. You have to wedge the brush like this.
Yeah, it should do the job.
At this point in time, we coated the canvas with some form of paint because, as you can imagine, a white blank canvas is just so daunting. We wanted to get people excited about taking part. So I'm here with
Jess.
And Jess, where do you live in London?
Like North London.
In North London, whereabouts is that?
Finchley kind of area.
Oh, okay, so what brings you to Hyde Park today?
I go to school round here and we just finished our biology GCSE today.
Do you feel like you've done well?
I think it was okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What is your favourite part of school? Because you said that you did art GCSE.
Yeah.
So you talked about a little bit like acrylic painting. What kind of things have you painted in the past?
I've been painting like clothes because I've been doing like power of fashion.
Today we're painting this giant piece of canvas, and you can paint anything you want on the canvas, any colour, any design. Time's up. Alright, let's talk about your creation. It's a bit of an abstract scene, don't you think? This is a 3-minute piece of art, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good, but I like the colours.
What would you do to maybe add to this piece?
Probably just make it a bit like bigger so that the green goes a bit further and just add a bit more detail with like the trees and the pathway.
Well, I think for 3 minutes it looks pretty good. Alright, Jess, thank you very much, you've been great. So I'm here with
Arabelle.
And Arabelle, where are you from originally?
I'm from Somalia.
Oh, how do you find London as a city to live?
It's very like chaotic sometimes. Parks and things, it's nice to come out.
Why do you see art as important?
It's just nice to like express yourself and like draw stuff on a canvas.
How do you feel when you're painting? Is it good? Is it bad? Or
Alright, like I guess it's free, but like if you're in like a classroom it's quite stressful, but if you're like here, it's not stressful.
Oh, cool. Alright, today we're gonna give you the same challenge as before. 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is your addition to our canvas piece today. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't really know what I did, but it's abstract, I think.
Why did you paint it in this way?
I thought it would be like a sunset. Oh, is that already sky? Okay. I thought it was like blending to the blue. So like, yeah, so like sunset. So.
Thank you very much. So I'm here with
Giles.
And Giles, what brings you to London today on this fine day?
I am making my way very slowly to photograph some people this evening.
So you're a photographer. What made you start off being a photographer, starting something creative?
Well, I tell you, the real reason was that it was frustration at not being able to draw. So I thought if I could take a photograph, that would satisfy the urge to draw, and then it took over.
And did you ever pick up that skill of drawing after, or?
I've made various attempts. I've done some YouTube tutorials, how to paint basic watercolour figures, which, it's great fun. I'd love to be able to paint.
When I speak to you, you seem quite energetic and excited about being creative and being a photographer. So what sparks your passion in photography?
I think everybody's got, whether they recognise it or not, they've got it within them somewhere to do something creative. It could be writing, it could be drawing, it could be making a pot, getting some clay, it could be anything. And it's just a question of stumbling across or being shown what you can do. If it flicks a switch in you and then you pursue it, it opens up a whole new world.
Has your life always been creativity filled, or did you have a job as a city banker and you kind of fell into
it? I did think about it once. Actually, I worked for a week when I just left school in the city and it didn't work out.
So today we're going to give you a time limit to add to this canvas.
How long's the time limit?
The time limit is 4 minutes. What do you think of your creation today?
Well, it's a bit of a muddle, and but you know what? What I really want to do is get some texture in there with some kind of thick, lumpy paint. Give it a bit of texture. That's all. Because the person before me had obviously, I think, had done a tree, and I think I just wanted to add a little bit into the tree and around the tree to give it some context. That's basically it.
To be honest, it looks like a forest. Is that what the kind of effect you're going for?
I did want it to be kind of. I wanted the oranges and the earthy colours, and I tried to do a flower, but it didn't work. That's the trick, isn't it? Because people are too conscious of the fact people are going to judge them on what they do, and you shouldn't be worried about it because it's what gives you the pleasure, and I think that's the most important thing. And don't worry about other people saying, "Oh, I don't think that's any good," because it doesn't matter. If you get pleasure out of it, that's good.
So, Rick, we are a few people through this painting.
Yeah.
How would you say it's looking at the moment?
Do you know what? It's actually quite surprising though, because everyone's kind of added their own little bit to the painting, and I find that quite interesting because I thought people would be doing their own individual painting on this canvas. That was an assumption on my behalf, but yeah, everyone's kind of adding to this one big picture, looking like a little bit of a forest scene. But yeah, let's see how this piece develops. So I'm here with
Shane,
and he's all the way from California. What is sunny California like?
Well, it's relatively sunny depending on the time of the year, but generally speaking, kind of looks like this most all the time, except maybe in those in-between seasons.
What brings you to the United Kingdom? What makes you go around here in Hyde Park and enjoy the sunshine?
Well, as you can hear, yeah, I'm definitely not from here. I'm actually here with a Christian non-profit organization. We're literally just going all around Hyde Park. We start at Speaker's Corner, go everywhere else, and we're literally just sharing about Jesus, the Jesus of the Bible, of God's Word. If nothing else, we just want people to know that Jesus loves them.
Something obviously drew you to come and speak to us. I feel like everybody is a bit creative in their own way. Do you think creativity is important in modern society?
I would say so, yeah, for sure. As a creative myself, obviously, as you'll probably see here in a moment, I'm not the best drawer or painter. Music was more my craft that I learned to express myself in. Grew up in the metal scene, grew up in I studied music classically and everything. But I found the reason why I love seeing creativity happening is because I believe that our God is a creator. I mean, literally, He created the entire world, for crying out loud. He created us in His image. So, and when we actually are creating, we're actually reflecting, whether or not we know God or not, we're actually reflecting His image by being creators, by expressing our feelings through creation. We're expressing our emotions, we're expressing our deepest desires even. And I think that's really what the Lord's most about. He's not just about our fine, I'll give you my Sunday morning and then everything else is mine. It's like, no, He actually wants us to express ourselves, be honest, and actually that's where He meets us in the best way. So that's why I personally sit with that.
Alright, so we've given you 4 minutes to complete this piece. What would you say about your edition, your colourful edition?
Bless God. So initially I was trying to kind of even out with the redness, but it kind of turned a little too red. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm just going to roll with this. So this is kind of an accident at first. The triangle I wanted to get in right away because that kind of represents like the Trinity in a certain way, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And then obviously the cross is a pretty obvious one, like talking about what Jesus came and did. And then this kind of came along the way, the blue cascading and the red cascading where they begin to mesh.
Yeah, what brought that one?
The blue, biblically speaking, actually represents healing. It's actually usually one of the colors that, if you look in the original Hebrew and Greek, usually will refer to something regarding the Holy Spirit, who's one of the Trinity and everything. And then the red is, of course, actually when it combines with the cross a lot more, especially, is it's representing the blood. It's representing forgiveness. It's representing the blood that was shed for us. And the reason I kind of wanted to put the cross down here, the Trinity up here thing, is to kind of show that, like, this was all, it's almost like this is showing all of creation. You see, I think what I see going on here, family and community, you see all these different various shades of color. And then this is basically him expressing his heart through forgiveness and healing, for us to kind of be reunified with him as we're in creation. So it kind of was an accident, and then I try to kind of blend the colors in a little bit just to kind of add some variety, but that's basically it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Hope you have a great time in London.
And it was at this moment in time, NJ appeared out of nowhere, almost like a wild Pokemon, and started painting this on the canvas.
So I'm here with
NJ.
NJ. And NJ, you've created this lovely flower. Why did you paint it?
Because today in the park there is a lot of these flowers, and we already in the spring, and this is the month of my birthday, and this flower is just remind me that we can bloom and we can just have a lot of
Petal.
yes.
Yes.
Even if one bottle is just fall down, there is a lot.
Do you think this represents something within your personality and your nature?
Yes.
And to tell me a little bit about yourself. Which country are you from? What do you like doing? What brings you to London?
I am from Saudi Arabia.
And how do you find London? Is it somewhere you want to live? Is it? Do you like the people, the culture? What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. Twice a year I've been here. the food, the people, the weather, because our weather is very hot and the weather is nice. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. So I'm here with
Farah.
What brings you to London?
I'm studying in Reading.
What are you studying?
Foundation student, but hopefully veterinary medicine.
Obviously, you've came here, you've seen the giant canvas. Something inside of you must have said, creativity, this is for me. Why are you so passionate about being creative, especially in this society?
When I was younger, my mom really pushed me to be creative, and I did start with painting and like oil painting specifically. Now I'm more towards physical art, so like pottery or glass blowing or stuff like that. Like this reminds me of when I was younger, basically.
Why do you think art is important, especially in a society like London?
It's a way to express yourself without having to think too much about it, or even having to write it down or have any skills. So it's very general, and everybody can do it in any way that they would like to do it, you know, with any medium.
You said you're from Kuwait. Is there still quite a lot of culture mixed up with creativity?
I would say so, yes. But with the younger generation, it's more about them personally. With the older generation, which I personally like more, is more about the culture and the language and like the heritage before.
If you wanted to tell someone that maybe has done no art in their life to get into art, what advice would you give to them?
I would say if you have no motivation, join a class. If you have motivation but you just don't know where to start, a regular pencil is fine. Any medium you have anywhere is the best way to start. You don't need to go get anything, just a paper and a pencil, or even crayons, actually anything you have. So I started with the Kuwaiti flag because I'm very proud to be Kuwaiti, and I believe that every person should be proud of where they come from, and I'm very, very happy to be from a very privileged country, in my opinion, because they do help a lot of people around the world and do a lot of charity work for people in need, like in Palestine and Gaza. And I did my name, which is Farah, and this means happiness, and I'm very happy that my name is...
I can tell you're a very happy person.
Thank you. And this came to my mom in a dream. She dreamt that my name was Farah. I feel like it matches me as a person, my personality, and I don't feel like I would be the same person without this name. And then I drew a smiley face because I had extra time.
Very nice. Listen, Farah, thank you so much for taking part, and keep on being happy and positive. Everyone's been a bit different. Everyone's kind of showing their unique personality through the types of artwork that they've painted onto the giant canvas. Final interviews to do, and I'm going to cut to it right now. Yo guys, you want to come and paint something? Alright, so I'm here with
Ro.
And Ro, where are you from?
Jamaica, Dominican Island background, and West London.
What brings you to Hyde Park today?
I was just walking through the park, you know what I'm saying? I just came back from New York and Toronto like yesterday, and I was just walking through the park after gym, and I was took myself to Central, and then I just got myself some food, and you know what I'm saying, I met my cousin who's off camera, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's about it. Just freestyling today, sun's out, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what makes you like London? What makes you so passionate about London, spending time in London?
Oh, since visiting Toronto, New York, I don't know about London. Yeah, London's my city.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of culture, you know, so a lot of expressiveness, artists, you know what I'm saying, creativity, you know what I'm saying, the economy is good, you know what I mean? But obviously I'm trying to get more out there, do you know what I mean, rather than be in London, you know what I'm saying, that's where I'm at.
You know, you talked a little bit about your sound engineer. What is that lifestyle like for you?
Basically, thank God, obviously, not a lot of people get to do what they love for a living, do you know what I mean? So over time, it's something that I got into, just offering a service to artists, podcasters, anyone that has anything to do with audio. I've even done like audio in the background of like cartoons and adverts. So it's anything that, do you know what I'm saying, like creative audio wise, you know what I'm saying?
Why does the world need more creativity?
Because if you look at it, everyone goes to work and stuff. When you go back home, you come back to entertainment, you want to be entertained, do you know what I mean? So it's important to keep creativity out there and let everyone follow their passions and dreams. Even yourself, you're an artist, you know what I'm saying? You have to express yourself. So I help people express themselves and bring their ideas to life. Because it's all expression at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Even a person that made a light bulb, that's expression. That's some sort of creative art, you know what I'm saying? Everybody uses that now with the innovation of technology and stuff. So it's always good to take whatever's in your head and bring it to life, or whatever that may be, because the world needs it, do you know what I'm saying?
What's one thing that you would say to a younger generation who's maybe a bit scared to get into a creative avenue? They've hit 16, 17 and they're like, oh, you know, I need to get a proper job. What would you say to these types of people?
I'd say definitely try to get a part-time job and make sure you have money coming in, but chase whatever dreams or creative things you want to do when you feel comfortable, do you know what I'm saying? You're always going to change. You might be doing one thing 5 years, then another thing 2 years, you know what I'm saying? So life's all about trial and error. You never know what you're going to like. And I didn't think I'd be a sound engineer producer, do you know what I mean? But that's what's happened for me. So just do what you feel and do when you're ready, you know what I'm saying? And do things scared, you know what I'm saying? Because you're always going to be a bit nervous. Do you know what? I think there's nothing black and white in this world, you know what I'm saying? Like you can...
Lots of shades of grey.
Flog it all the time, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to just do what you feel like doing. Instagram is ROW_BLACK.
What did it mean to you?
Basically, I feel like just humans in general, yeah. I'm into science fiction stuff as well. So obviously I said I'm a sound engineer and producer. But when I make projects and stuff, I usually have like random clips of space in the background. Like, because deep down I believe we're 50% in control of ourselves and the other 50% is the universe. Like for example, I was with my cousin, we was about to turn left, but something told me to go this way, and then now I've met you. So I feel like it's 50% self-control, yeah, and then the other 50% is you responding to the universe. Sometimes even on my journey of like engineering producer, I don't actually know how I got this far, but I feel like just following intuition and the universe helps you work things out. I just added my little touch.
So this is like a testimony to what is something inside of you, integral, that you're choosing to follow in this lifetime.
Yeah. Because that's what I said. Like I said, I just came back from Toronto and New York. But in 2019, I've never travelled before. But I've been to like 8 countries now. Do you know what I mean? But something inside me told me to go. And some of those trips, I didn't know why I went, but I still did it, and it opened other doors for other things, and it just opens your mind a bit more to see more of the world, let alone the universe. Do you know what I mean? So I just feel, I'm a bit science fiction-y, because I think this is nice that everybody's done this together. I saw that little small space, and I thought there's nothing to do with space here, but there's always room. This is proof that there's always room to do what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? As much as it seemed like it's already been done, things can always be added. There's always demand for more. Like, do you know what I'm saying? There's always room to anything creative. You you can always add. There's always room to add. There's always room to, people say get a normal job, do this and that, but there's always room for a new painter, a new musician, a new podcaster, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, looking good, bro. Looking good. Listen, thanks for coming. Now, it's been such a great day co-creating with the community here in the city of London, seeing all the different diverse personalities and cultures all come together to really create this piece of art. Now, the diversity here in London, not just the locals, but people who have come from abroad, tourists, coming here to the city of London, have just been exceptional, because they've all co-created using their own unique personalities and showcasing their stories as well. Now, if you like this video, then why not like and subscribe, or check out our journey over at WeTheSeeds.agency over on Instagram.